I am Erik Ten out. Okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I am Priscilla, obviously. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And ladies and gentlemen, today I am making the last video of the year 2023. It's been quite the ride, ladies and gentlemen, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that has subscribed to my YouTube channel. So ladies and gentlemen, today I just want us to talk about the Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest game and why I am finally Erik Ten out. But before we get into the video for today, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Now, yes, I said it. I am Erik Ten out. Okay? Maybe just for today, because I'm absolutely upset. Like, I am pissed. Okay? So maybe today I might be Erik Ten out. Maybe tomorrow I might feel differently. But for today, I am so Erik Ten out. So let's talk about the game. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the positives that came out from that game. And ladies and gentlemen, to be honest, there was no positive. Maybe we can make a case for the fact that Garnacho was the only spark that Manchester United had, his work ethic, and maybe we can make a case for Kobe Mino. But apart from that, there was literally no positive in that Manchester United game. It was boring. There was no excitement. It was dry. Like, it was just the first half of that game. I was on my phone the whole time while watching. There was nothing exciting. Both Manchester United and both Nottingham Forest were absolutely boring. Like, I don't even know how neutrals sit through a Manchester United game. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, there was absolutely no positive. None for me in that game. Now, let's dive into the negatives because, ladies and gentlemen, it's never a Manchester United game without negatives. So the first negative that I want to talk about is I think the players did not give their all. All the players, maybe bar Garnacho and bar and bar Kobe Mino, all of the other players were poor. Bruno Fernandes was poor. Eriksson was poor. The defense, I don't know if we can say they were poor because the midfield really cost us today, and that was all because of Erik Ten Hag. But I just think as a team, they didn't play well. They were not coordinated. They looked lost. I feel like Manchester United videos for me are now repetitive. When it comes to other teams, I can talk about Tottenham, I can talk about Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, and there's always something new. Manchester United, it's the same thing. There's no sense of urgency. The players don't run. It's the same thing. So for me, the first thing that I say, the first negative, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that I think all the Manchester United players, bar Garnacho and Kobe Mino, for me, were poor. Oh, there was also Ahmad, who I think the cameo was actually very interesting. Ahmad's cameo was very good. Maybe that's the other positive we can say. But apart from that, nah. The other thing that I want us to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is Marcus Rashford, who for me, and I think the whole entire Manchester United fan base can agree, is that Marcus Rashford is not, for the life of me, a striker. No. He's not a center forward, okay? Off the wing, Marcus Rashford is one of the most dangerous players. As a striker, he is not a striker. He looked lost today. And I think everyone can agree that we missed Rasmus today. And we can also see how important Rasmus is for the team. Now, Rasmus will press the defenders, will make the defenders uncomfortable. Rasmus hold-up play, I think, is not talked about enough. That is what we missed today. Rashford was not running at the defenders as much. Rashford's hold-up play was horrible, hence why Manchester United kept on losing the ball to Nottingham Forest and the pressure kept on turning back on us. There was no person that was holding up the play, and I think Rasmus Højlund does that very well for Manchester United. He might not score goals, but he holds up play so well that he allows Rashford and Garnacho to get into the game. When we didn't have that presence of Rasmus, it was so easy to see that the ball kept on coming back, and that was pressure on a midfield which was weak. And Erik Ten Hag decided to make it weaker by bringing in Scott McTominay. So listen, so today I think Marcus Rashford was not good as a striker. And we really can't blame him because everyone knows he's not a good striker. But for some reason, okay, maybe it's because Rasmus Højlund was not okay today. So we didn't have anyone else to put but Marcus Rashford. But listen, Rashford as a striker is a no-go area. May we never do that again. The other player that I want to talk about who was poor, I think, a lot of people actually gave Anthony a lot of stick. And I do understand. I do get why people go at him. Listen, for me, I honestly believe there's a player in there. I do believe there's a player in there. And I believe I read a quote on Twitter, but I don't know how true that is. So take it with a pinch of salt. Ladies and gentlemen, someone said, or it was a quote with something that Gary Neville said, in the lines of Anthony could be could be like a Mahrez kind of player. Like I said, I don't know how true that is. I read it on my Twitter feed. Take it with a pinch of salt. And I do agree it's possible that Anthony can be like a Mahrez. I do believe that is possible. I do believe there's a player in there, and I don't want to give up on Anthony. I refuse to give up on Anthony as a player. There is a gem in there. We just have to dig deep to find it. But I think there's a player in there, and he does get a lot of stick, and justifiably so. Listen, I am not defending Anthony for his performance today. I think he was poor, hence why Erik Ten Hag removed him today. But I also do think there's a player in there. The thing with Anthony for me, I don't know if he doesn't have that confidence why he can dribble, because he can dribble. He can dribble. I don't know why he just doesn't believe he can dribble past the defenders. I think he can do it. So listen, I wait for the time where Anthony has so much confidence he can play past the defenders. But like his game plan, everyone knows it is go with the ball, then see that you can't go past the defender, or you're too afraid to go past the defender, give the ball back. Like today he was being sacked in the center and there was no one on the right hand side. Positionally he was poor. So I do understand why Anthony was getting a lot of stick, and a lot of people are talking about his price tag, etc. But listen, I believe there's a player in there, so I'm not gonna go into Anthony as much. I do believe there's a player there, but today he was poor. I think Bruno Fernandes was poor as well. He wasn't the Bruno that we saw versus Aston Villa. He wasn't the one who was dictating play, and maybe, just maybe, it's because of how the team was set up. I don't know, but yeah, listen, today Bruno Fernandes was poor, and I think players like Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka did not help. They did not go forward as much. And I think also the midfield with Eriksen maybe also added to that fact, but Eriksen today also was poor. He didn't play that well. Both Bruno Fernandes and I think Eriksen today did not play well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the final thing, and I think this is the main reason, and this is what cost Manchester United today, and that is none other than our very own Erik Ten Hag. Brace yourself. We're about to go on a rant. Why on earth? Who on earth would think removing Kobe Mino, your CDM, the only proven one that we can say, okay, this one can sit as a CDM, and put Scott McTominay, who I like to call Scott the Avatar? Who, ladies and gentlemen, would think that is a good idea? Well, ding, 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 it's actually Erik Ten Hag. The whole world could tell that was a horrible substitution, except Erik Ten Hag. In what world do you have a midfield of Eriksen, Bruno, and McTominay, and you think that works? When you have a Nottingham Forest who has a lot of runners, the Elangas, who's going to cover? Who's going to cover the pitch? Because Eriksen surely won't do it. Bruno Fernandes is way upwards there, trying to help the strikers and trying to feed the strikers. And Scott McTominay disappears. He just vanishes. So, in what world, what mathematics, ladies and gentlemen, what mathematics was Erik Ten Hag using when he removed Kobe Mino for Scott McTominay? Someone please tell me. Someone in the comment section, please let me know. Because it did not make sense. Like, why listen, for me, I would have preferred maybe he removed Eriksen, who was looking tired. And maybe I think we shouldn't be playing Eriksen consecutively. Or maybe Eriksen should have come off of the bench. Since Erik Ten Hag seems so mesmerized by McTominay, then it should have been McTominay, Kobe Mino, and Bruno Fernandes. When we equalized, right? When we got one goal back, if we had Kobe Mino covering, there would have been a chance where Manchester United would have gone on to win that game. But no, we had McTominay. And what happened? Nottingham Forest, right, was able to score a goal because there was no midfielder covering the box. There was no midfielder tracking the runner. So that guy was free to score the goal. Who was supposed to be tracking the runner? Eriksson, McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes has a job to go up. Eriksson has a job to feed Bruno Fernandes and everyone else who's forward. Then we have McTominay, who is supposedly supposed to be your CDM. He could not track the runner. That guy was free, and hence the goal that Nottingham Forest scored. I am not blaming Scott McTominay. No, please, do not get me wrong. I blame solely Erik Ten Hag, and therefore I say Erik Ten Hag cost us the game today, and there is no one that can argue differently. You can say it's the players who are not giving their all. You can say Scott McTominay should have been tracking his runner. You can say Anthony was not at his best. You can say Rashford was poor. But at the end of the day, Erik Ten Hag made the one substitution that absolutely killed the game. When I saw our midfield was open, and it was literally open, Scott McTominay is not going to cover the pitch and track runners. Eriksson is most definitely not going to track runners. And I'm not even going to put Bruno Fernandes, because Bruno is put on that pitch to actually feed the forward players. So Erik Ten Hag, ladies and gentlemen, cost us the game. For whatever reason, he insists on being stubborn. Listen, I'm a girl in Africa, in Zambia, okay? And I could tell that that was a bad substitution. Erik Ten Hag is Manchester United manager. He sees those players in training. He knows the game. He has been a manager at the highest level. Yet he could not tell. Like, how? Okay, how does that even make sense? No one is going to convince me that that one substitution did not kill the game. Please, in the comment section, do give an argument to show me how that one substitution did not cost us the game. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why today, maybe it's just for today, I am Erik Ten Hag out. But today, I did feel Erik Ten Hag out, because it didn't make sense. Everyone, every single fan on Twitter, people are busy like, why on earth would you do that? Well, Erik Ten Hag thought it was a good idea. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, this being my last video of the year, I don't want it to be a horrible video. I thought it would be a light moment for the last video that I'm making for the year 2023. I thought it would be vibes. I thought it would be happy. Manchester United has beat Nottingham Forest. But no, Manchester United reverted. We thought after Aston Villa, okay, this is going to jumpstart the machine, and now we are off. No, we're back to where we went. We are one step forward and 5 steps backwards as usual. And it's all because of the manager. Erik Ten Hag has this aspect of being stubborn, where he's like, okay, I know everyone wants me to go left, and left is possibly the best decision, but let me go right just to see what happens. We are not an experiment. We are a team that is fighting for top 4. We are a team that wants to win trophies. This is Manchester United, for heaven's sake. Erik Ten Hag should not be doing experiments with us. Every single person, every single one knew that was a bad decision. How on earth did Erik Ten Hag not know that? How? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it. Like, the end of the year, the 30th of December, and Manchester United is still playing the same way they did from August. What a year it has been. What a year it has been. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I had for you guys today. I thought we would talk about the Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United game, and like it being the end of the year, I thought Manchester United would shock us. But listen, we are going into the new year 2024 with shocks, right? So yeah, so that's what I had for you guys today. Do comment down in the comment section. Do you guys think Erik Ten Hag cost us the game? Or am I just being dramatic? Like, am I just overthinking things? Or did Erik Ten Hag just cost us the game? And are you still Erik Ten Hag in, or are you Erik Ten Hag out for the day? Now listen, I might be Erik Ten Hag out for the day, but I am willing to clap for him when he does well, and I'm willing to criticize him when he does wrong. Let me repeat myself. I am only Erik Ten Hag out for today. So that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. And I am wishing you a happy and prosperous new year. Have a happy 2024, guys. See you in 2024. Bye.